So you're in the market for a Les Paul. You're either going to pull the trigger on something that's $3,000 to $5,000, sometimes even $10,000 for a Gibson Les Paul custom, whether it be an R8 or R9 or an O, or you want to pick up a Les Paul Traditional. It's just like the Standard. Back in those days, the Standard had all the specs and the cool features, the push-pull knobs, and all the cool things that Gibson was coming out with. And the Traditional was just that. It was traditional. So let's get into it. So this is my 2016 Les Paul Traditional. I've done a lot of work to it. It has a 57 Classic up in the neck and a Super Distortion in the bridge. Flipping this thing on and off is like flipping on a overdrive pedal. It's absolutely crazy. Let's try to demo that real quick. So I can have this pickup at 10. I can roll this neck pickup off, and let's hear it. Okay, so they can. It's actually pretty cool. And you can just hear it just back and forth, just in between, just flicking it. So this guitar is really cool. It was actually owned by Todd Griffin, who actually wrote that 70s Show's theme song, Hanging Out. We actually live in the same general area, and I picked up the guitar, and it's outstanding. Lots been done to it. Obviously the Super Distortion in the bridge. The wiring is bumblebees versus the orange drops that they would normally come with. I got speed knobs here for the volume and witch hats for the tone. The back does not have... All right, so now we move to the back. The back has this kind of cool, leathery feeling, pleathery, plasticky kind of vibe to it. The neck is I want to say it's like a C profile. Not too chunky. The tuners are going to be the Gibson Deluxe tuners. You have the stamp up here. There is no volute. No volute. The nut, I'm not really sure. It's like a composite. Let's see. Let's look it up. Nah, it's really hard to type with the guitar in your hand. I guess it's use a Corian tuning stability or nylon, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's bone. That's for sure. Feels a little soft. So it might be that Corian. All right, let's jam with it a little bit. I'm going through a Human Effects Audio Lab Model K. It's a clone, that's why it's Model K. Makes some great pedals. All right, first we'll go into the neck pickup. Roll straight into that middle position. It's going to be both pickups combined. All right, now we're going to go straight into the bridge. Rip that one right off of Anderton's. Thank you very much, chappers. right, so now let's go check out the other guitar. All right, so this is gonna be my 2007 Gibson R8. I picked it up for significantly more money than the other one, but I got a steal on it, and I wasn't going to pass that up. But now that I've gotten this Gibson Custom, I'm looking to get rid of the other one. I do have somebody coming to buy it pretty soon. They always say that, you know, everything's the same. Between the custom shop, between the regular line, between Gibson and Epiphone, which, just to let you know, it's not true. Epiphones are great. They're just not the same quality as a Gibson. It just doesn't even compare. When you're looking at the fretboard, I mean, even just the knobs themselves, there's just some sort of craftsmanship about it that just feels more high quality. And it's not even the money. If they pass you one guitar in your hands and you looked at it and they passed you another one, you would definitely be able to tell the difference that one probably took a little bit more time to make than the other one. So this does have a super chunky neck. I mean, it's crazy. It's almost baseball bat style, U-shape. Again, this one, just like the traditional, does not have the volute. It does have the Gibson Deluxe tuners on the back there. Look at the pickups. These are, I believe, burst buckers in the back. I'll get some B-roll on this so you can see some of the patina that's already going on the actual pickups themselves. The knobs are just completely different. They feel a different kind of plastic. I don't know if it's thicker. The ones I have on the traditional do appear to be thin. I've already had 2 or 3 of them when trying to get them off. I've already had them sit there and crack on me. It just adds to the aesthetic of the guitar. They call it relicking. I call it breaking stuff, but to each their own. The actual nibs on there are going to be more rounded off, not as sharp. They kind of flow into the frets a little bit nicer than the other one, the traditional. The custom shops, they do have the inlays a little bit sharper. This one isn't as flamey as that one. The center is a little bit more yellow. This would be more of a plain top. So on the back, it doesn't have that faux leathery feel to it. It's just gonna be straight black plastic. One thing that I did notice on the custom shop versus the other one, I had to use these little Grolsch beer rubber stoppers that come with the beer. I had to throw them on to the pickup itself because this thing is a strap killer. If you raise this thing up a little bit and start grinding on it, the strap will just pop off and there goes your guitar unless you're holding on to it. The Les Paul Traditional has rounded out strap buttons, so it actually keeps the strap on there a little bit nicer. So we're still running through this Human Effects Audio Labs Model K, and we will go ahead and start on the neck pickup. Move on to the middle there. And we'll move on to the bridge pickup here. So it sounds phenomenal. These pickups on here are going to be more of that PAF style pickup. So it's a lower output. So they sound weaker. They don't push as hard. But I feel like that gives it a little bit more clarity. And so I can play things a little bit easier, and if I wanted to throw the gain in a little bit more, I just bump up the gain on the effects pedal. So as you can imagine, I had to pick. I was given an ultimatum by the wife saying, hey, if you're gonna pick up this one, you're gonna have to get rid of this one. And to me, it was a no-brainer. Picking this one up, I ended up playing it for a little bit. I went home, grabbed this guitar, drove straight down to the local guitar center, which I was surprised I got the deal I got. So I went home, grabbed this one, took the whole family down to the guitar center, plugged them both into the same amp. I plugged it into a Princeton Reverb. I have one here. Today we're going in through the Fender Champ, and I just began playing. This one has a lot more gain to it, has a lot more grit to it. It does have the really cool feature where I can throw it into the Super Distortion and make it into an effects pedal. But there's just something about this one right here that just felt like it belonged. I just felt like just the features on it there was more premium. It's hard to explain it. So until you actually get a Les Paul in your hand, between the two of them, and move them around, you won't know. But looking at them, to the untrained eye, they're both just guitars. So as long as you're playing a guitar, it doesn't really matter what it is. It could be an Epiphone, it can be a Greco, it can be a Bernie. As long as you're picking up a guitar, that's all that matters. This video is mainly just looking at the difference between these two guitars. I felt like before I sent this one off into the pasture, it'd be awesome. Hopefully this goes to a good home and they fall in love with this just like I did over the years. But unfortunately, it's going to have to go, and we'll probably be getting rid of it this week at some point in time. So we're at the end of the video. Did you like the Les Paul Custom R8 better, or the Les Paul Traditional? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this kind of content, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.